day late in November, I noticed a male red-bellied woodpecker making repeated trips to the crow feeder. He would fly in, grab a piece of kitty kibble, and then fly back in the direction he came from. Here a blue jay grabs a piece of kibble while he can. In fall and winter, blue jays will often empty a feeder as a flock, but they take turns, flying or hopping in one at a time. So could I be seeing multiple red-bellied woodpeckers here, doing the same sort of thing? Nope, this is the same woodpecker visiting over and over, and in fact, I think he's the only male red-bellied woodpecker visiting the rooftop feeder. I already knew that red-bellied woodpeckers were solitary creatures, except during nesting season, and that they were territorial. What I didn't realize was how large this territory could be. One source says that the territory can range from 16 thousandths to 16 hundredths of a square kilometer. Later that day, the woodpecker made another rapid series of visits to the feeder. After seeing this interaction with the decoy, I wondered if he was thinking of storing kibble inside of its hollow body. But he was probably just looking for food in there instinctually. This blue jay grabs multiple bits of kibble at once, before the woodpecker chases him off. Now if he'd just chase off those dang starlings too. I think I know why the starlings are no longer scared of the crow decoy. They have observed the woodpecker and several blue jays come right up to it and feed without any consequences. Starlings are not desirable birds at North American feeders, but you have to give them credit. They're smarter than they look. There is a tall oak tree right by the rooftop feeder area, and I often see the woodpecker perched on its branches. I figured he was caching the kibble he collected somewhere in that tree. To understand this behavior better, I opened a couple dozen tabs in Firefox and started researching. The comparative study of food storing behavior among multiple species of woodpecker taught me that the red-bellied woodpecker is what's called a scatter hoarder. This means that during this time of year, they cache food in different places over a large area. Predictably, these hiding places are generally cracks and crevices in trees and posts. Interestingly, the red-bellied woodpecker does not defend its caches. But some other woodpeckers, like the red-headed woodpecker, are larder hoarders, storing their winter food in a central place. It's a bit easier to defend one single cache when you are a solitary bird. The red-bellied woodpecker and other scatter hoarders have to have very good memories to recall all the different places they've stashed food. They even have a bigger hippocampal complex than larder hoarders, according to the study. Oh look, it's a tufted titmouse. What's she doing in a video about woodpecker? Well, this woodpecker may not defend his caches, but he's pretty aggressive when getting food to cache. Just ask that blue jay from earlier. Oh look, there's the little titmouse again. Oh, the woodpecker flew off in a different direction this time, and transformed into a titmouse? Seriously, I guess not all of his caches are in the one big oak. Dr. Scott C. Shalaway, writing in the Post-Journal in Jamestown, New York, tells this story, quote, "One day I noticed a red-belly fly directly from a feeder to a knothole on the side of an abandoned outhouse. It inserted its bill into the hole, then returned to the feeder. After cramming its mouth full of seeds, it returned to the outhouse and cached the seeds. About 30 minutes later, I opened the outhouse door and found a pile of sunflower seeds on the floor beneath the knothole." Well, that's better than a pile of something else. Okay, back to the story. What the red-belly failed to understand was that the outhouse lacked an entry point big enough for the woodpecker to get the seeds, unless it planned to enlarge the knothole. Unquote. Living in an area that truly does have 4 seasons, I find it fascinating how bird feeding changes throughout the year. Fall and winter have very different demands than nesting season, for example. I'm going to keep a closer eye on this red-bellied woodpecker and see how his behavior changes or doesn't change over the next 3 to 6 months. Hopefully, I will see a female red-bellied woodpecker at the feeder again soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like it or leave a comment. For more backyard birding antics, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you visiting, and as always, thank you for birdwatching.